Okay, let's go live. All right. Audio test 1, 2, 3. Okay, hopefully we got audio and visuals here. We're back live looking at coins, companies, commodities, any and all things here in the economy. Going to be using EngineeringRobo. A new way to trade. EngineeringRobo is a robo-advisor that uses a computer program that follows a defined set of instructions to create successful entry and exit ideas to users using charting website TradingView, which we'll be going to in a moment. EngineeringRobo is not used to determine the top or bottom of any market. It certainly can, though it is used to suggest areas of accumulation and take profit that have the highest chances of success. Each robo-advisor follows several different traditional indicators that exist and use a strict set of math-based parameters in play before suggesting an entry or exit. So there are many different robos to pick from to integrate into your strategy. You pick 3 that best suit your strategy and whatever asset or entity it is you are trading or investing in. And once 2 of your chosen 3 robo-advisors suggest a buy or sell suggestion, you can invest accordingly. Sign up for free with the links in the description to find out more about how to properly utilize and implement EngineeringRobo. Let's jump over to Bitcoin. So back looking at Bitcoin against USDT here, it would appear interacting with buying levels quite nicely. Let's adjust the robos in play. We've got Robo 4. I'm going to use the Super Robo Advisor in addition to Hell and Moon. And as we can see here, very abrupt changes in momentum over the last 10 days. Price action delicately interacting with my support level down below. $18,860 per Bitcoin has been waiting for us for some time, holding along visualized dashed horizontal level here, a psychological level to consider 2017 all-time highs. Consolidation along it is nice to see, though this break downward here was something to keep in mind. After bouncing off of my support level, reaching a few $100s beneath it, we have rallied upward here, or pumped upward here toward resistance waiting for us previously. Back in August here, sell pressure present near $21,815 per Bitcoin. Prices seem to reach $22,800 before returning back beneath that previous level. Buying at my support level and selling at my resistance level during this crazy range of sideways high volatility during this bear market here. Be very aware of the volatility, abrupt changes in momentum. Be sure to be taking profits when you have them. Could have capitalized on over 15% ROI using my key levels here. The robo advisors in play, however, we do see the buy for, super buy, and moon all coming confirmed throughout September. Nice to see, though slightly unsightly might be the sell for now present with this very gross big red candle on the 13th. Only one of our chosen 3 robos are bearish, so technically we can remain invested based on previous confirmations until a second robo advisor were to enter a bearish state. And so that would be less than ideal, and we would have to reduce our positions accordingly and get ready for a more bullish entry for accumulation. I do believe right now, when we switch over to the fear and FOMO zones, you can see a much more broad range of accumulation with a longer term uptrend in mind, though right now sideways and or downside may be what plagues us for the foreseeable short to perhaps midterm even. So going with the flow, watching out for our robos down below. As I mentioned, support in that $18,000 range. Hopefully we can hold it, though we have levels down below to consider if necessary. Overhead, we'd like to see price action back above $19,800 in the short term here. That would suggest considerable support present perhaps. Though at the moment, extreme volatility, we are trapped in this range here between pretty much $25,000, a psychological level, and then very close to 2017 all-time highs. Will we go downward? Will we enter lower into the teen ranges? Nobody knows. We got to go with the flows, and be sure to watch out for our robos, which in the past year have saved us from 50+% corrections multiple times here during this downtrend after all-time highs set back in November of 2021. Bitcoin reached near $69,000 since that all-time high. As you know, dreaded downside has occurred here. Everyone getting shaken out, totally wrecked. Though now, in my opinion, very bullish buying opportunity has presented itself, because in the long term, I do believe Bitcoin go up, but what go up must go not up sometimes. So you can see an instance of sideways here back earlier this year, throughout sort of like January into about April. We see interaction with bullish and bearish confirmations, perhaps comparable to current sideways price action. And so we'll have to see if this becomes a reversal or continuation pattern upon the breakout of it, whenever that may be, and not a moment sooner. You can see very increased volume here recently, showing that many traders are present, buying and selling, aggressive sideways, confusion in the market, confliction between buyers and sellers. Many thinking that Bitcoin is heading closer to 10K. We're going to show in a moment here technically why that is not impossible, though in my opinion less likely. So lots to consider. A lifetime uptrend intact, but a short-term downtrend present. But let's consider the fear and greed index here. It would appear swapping over to the BLX chart. It was just the it's the longest Bitcoin chart available, I believe. It has the most data kind of present here. It goes the farthest back. And so right now, looking at the fear and also FOMO zones here, it would appear price action playing out in a rather technical manner here. History maybe not repeating itself, but rhyming. We have 2017 all-time highs made back in December of 2017. $19,700 roughly per Bitcoin was a euphoric time for crypto so many years ago. As we all know, 2017 is roughly 106 years ago today. During that time, interacting with the yet to even exist fear zone, would appear many traders taking profit as they should. We use the fear and FOMO zones to determine longer term areas of accumulation and take profit. And so price action setting these euphoric all-time highs in such a weird time in history, interacting with the FOMO zone, and an excessive rejection occurred following that all-time high. An 84% correction occurred before we successfully bottomed and found our way back upward. And of course, years had to pass before that all-time high was broken. So after that 84% correction with an all-time high and FOMO zone interaction, 84% in downside led us into the fear zone here. It would appear upon entering the fear zone in 2018, a 45% correction occurred, and we traded sideways for over 170 days before rallying back upward out of it, trading sideways on top of it, entering it briefly here in March of 2020 when the cough crash occurred. Another 45% correction, though only just over a month of sideways. Prices rallying back upward here after two fear zone interactions. We break all-time highs where we previously saw the FOMO zone. We interact with aforementioned euphoric levels near $69,000. Nowhere near the FOMO zone, by the way. FOMO zone up there near $196,000 per Bitcoin, something to perhaps consider. And here it would appear we have entered the fear zone for the third time since our last FOMO zone interaction, presenting another bullish buy opportunity. As you can see, a 45% correction has occurred, though the potential 170 plus days in sideways is still playing out. So, I mean, technically, things are semi-respecting these levels and parameters, but this 84% correction comes into play when we consider that $69,000 all-time high. An 84% correction from that would bring us to a $10,000 Bitcoin roughly, and so perhaps that is where many investors are getting that price level from. While that is something to keep in the back of your mind and consider at all times, be prepared for all price action. While I think that is not impossible, it is less likely because we have yet to see the FOMO zone, and so the significance of the FOMO zone would add to the intensity of said correction. And so right now the FOMO zone is nowhere near us here, and we've set a higher high, all-time high within 2021, almost two all-time highs, kind of before seeing the fear zone again here for the third time, suggesting another bullish buy opportunity as I mentioned. So considering the fear and FOMO zones here, I do believe buying Bitcoin would be a better idea than selling it. Timing the market at the absolute bottom is not the most advisable decision that I could make. As a trader, that's our goal, but as an investor, I do believe accumulating Bitcoin anywhere under $36,000 I do believe is a bullish entry. But we got to go with the flows, watching out for fear and FOMO. Accumulate here during times of extreme fear, but go oh no when Robo says there's FOMO. Feel free to more comfortably and confidently take profit up near $200,000 per Bitcoin. As you can see, the previous fear zone interaction lasted just about 2 months, and we entered the fear zone and still proceeded to experience 130% in gains before exiting it, and then the 84% correction, accumulation, all these reasons why. Let's see just how volatile we will be. Check in real quick with Ethereum, perhaps. And the fear and FOMO zones are used primarily for Bitcoin. That is where you can get the most accurate results from them, because it was designed for Bitcoin. But let's see, what Robos do I want in play? And so you pick 3 that best suit your trading strategy, and at the moment I'm trying to decipher what would be the most ideal. Okay, perhaps this combination. So the buy for Moon and Golden Cross Robos in play, technically in a bearish state. So it would appear here recently, coming from my support level near $1,011 per Ethereum. Bullish Robos came into play shortly after on the 16th of July. After bullish confirmations from EngineeringRobo alone, Ethereum proceeded to experience roughly 50% in upside before experiencing a resistance and peaking. And then bearish Robos here technically suggested you get out of your position, take profit, capitalize on between 18 to 26% ROI with EngineeringRobo's bullish and now bearish Robo advisors in play. So these bearish suggestions present ever since the 19th of August here do suggest unfortunate, unsightly sideways and or downside here for us until bullish robos can return. We're going to need two of our chosen three returning to a bullish state here for us to begin comfortably and confidently getting back into Ethereum. It is nice to see potential support found down below at a newly visualized horizontal level, $1,419. Hopefully we can hold, though we'll have to see where we can be, because down below the next horizontal level present for us is there near $1,000, as I mentioned. Perhaps $1,250 could be considered as a psychological level, I guess we can visualize here, perhaps. Maybe $1,200 per Ethereum. That is a magical, hypothetical zone here that we can hope to hold, though a technical support level waiting for us is closer to 1,000. Bearish robos have saved us from 70% in downside, so if you failed to listen to bearish suggestions back in April of this year, you lost just about all of your money. EngineeringRobo saved you from losing half of your money back in November of 2021 into the beginning of this year here with bearish suggestions. 45% in downside occurred. Bullish robos have seen 79% in upside throughout 2021 there during a range of sideways, then another 36% in upside during that same range of sideways. And then prior to those interactions, we had another 141% in gains after bullish confirmations at the beginning of aforementioned sideways. So what go up must go not up for a period of time here before it can go up again. So hopefully we can solidify the bottom soon here. I do believe we are far closer to a bottom than a top. I do believe accumulating over the long term is a bullish perspective to have. Though right now, extreme volatility will be trying to shake any and everybody out, so watch out for that. Let's go through the usuals. Let's go through, okay, would you look at that? All right, hypothetical magical box. Let me change my robos here. What do we want to see? I forget what I used the last time. Bear with me. It's got to be something like this. Okay, so in our previous stream, we visualized this mystical magical box here that seems to be acting as support at the moment during current price action, though technical, more significant horizontal level down below 8 cents is to consider if we continue our way downward. The buy 4 is present. One of our chosen 3 robos in play is nice to see, though we need a second robo advisor bullish for us to begin accumulating more comfortably and confidently here based on that confirmation. We break our investments up into 3 different ratios. The support-based ratio, which is 20%, with the 50% EngineeringRobo-based investment ratio, and then we use our downtrend lines to invest that remaining 30. So technically, resistance is overhead still, though, at 11 cents when this buy 4 was confirmed. You were not eager to jump in at that level. Not only was it only one confirmation from EngineeringRobo, but we were very close to resistance. So now would be a comparably more bullish price to be considering investing into XLM, though technically there are far more bullish confirmations waiting to be confirmed here that could allow a more confident entry. So during a range of sideways and or downside here, hopefully we can hold a mystical magical level near 10 cents. 11 cents is overhead to consider. This downtrend line overhead to consider. Once we are free from it, that 30% downtrend line based investment ratio is invested. The 200 daily moving average overhead suggesting a downtrend to consider, as we've been hypothesizing for some time. And we're back. My apologies. Okay, sorry. XLM, as I mentioned, so bearish robos here have saved us from multiple 50% corrections during downside ever since would appear May of this year. 54%, 49, and 50% corrections from after bearish robos were confirmed. Though bullish robo advisors have seen 60, 22, and 14% pumps here during this downtrend plaguing the market. So you have still been able to experience upside with EngineeringRobo during a downtrend. Right now, extreme sideways has been plaguing us since May, so watch out for extreme volatility here until we can find the breakout. With an overall downtrend to consider, any upside that we experience may be rather short-lived, so that is something to consider as well. Always be sure to take profits while you can, when you have them, because the market is not trending upward as in the same euphoric manner it was previously. But that was XLM. Looking at XRP, here it would appear previously we'd mentioned this rejection off of dashed overhead downtrend line. I'm going to change my robos though. Get pranked. Okay. So yeah, this is the combination of robo advisors I am currently using for XRP, the buy for, Super Robo, and Golden Cross in play. As I mentioned, rejection off of local dashed downtrend line here. We're respecting it as resistance still. That is, nice to see, in my opinion, because we always want to see the significance of our levels. Oh, we have some new viewers tuning in. Good evening. Good evening to you all. That is very strange. It is like the middle. It's like the middle of the day, like the literal middle of the day for me here on my side of the sphere or plane, depending on your belief system. But welcome all connected globally. The power of the future and the internet. Trying to make money trading imaginary code, rectangles, and lines that nobody really knows. But anyway, XRP still in consolidation. Watch out down below. Support 30 cents is waiting for us. It was nice to see back in June. Potential area of accumulation. 25 cents is going to be more significant. You can more comfortably and confidently consider support down below at that level. Watch out for resistance overhead if we do break free from local dashed downtrend line. Watch out for 46 cents there. The 200 daily moving average overhead as well to consider as the sell pressure, the downtrend, the sideways happening right now. And we also, my solid downtrend line overhead waiting for us way up there, if we do get back to it, will be the more significant confirmation for your 30% downtrend line based investment ratio. This combination of robo advisors has saved us from 46 and 58% corrections that have occurred during downside here ever since pretty much highs back in April of 2021. And then bullish robos have seen 19 to 92% in upside after said swing highs there. And even bullish robo advisors allowed you to experience 242% in upside for that swing high. So we go with the flows, watching out for our robos. It would appear, downside and or sideways is to be feared. Currently, volatility shaking any and everybody out. Hopefully, you can find the best route or whatever. But Litecoin, changing it up, doing something different. I don't want the golden cross. So I believe this was the combination of robos that I used previously, and so Litecoin is in a bit of a situation here, so some conflicting technical parameters in play during some extreme volatility, and so you can learn more down below about how to use EngineeringRobo in more advanced manners and what to do during such volatile times. We can see previous super buy for, and moon confirmations for Litecoin throughout the end of June there, after we interacted with my support level $42. After bullish confirmations from EngineeringRobo, prices did proceed to experience a 21% correction over the following couple weeks there, though in the end did experience over 11% in upside before bearish robos returned. Short-lived, as we can see. All the bullish confirmations have come back into play. The super buy, buy for, and moon robos now present at a very different price level, suggesting something significant is about to happen. An impulse move, upward or downward, is likely to occur here rather soon. But with bullish robos in play, technically, we do have to anticipate upside here unless bearish confirmations are confirmed, and then we can reduce our positions accordingly. You have been, highly suggested to consider investing your 50% EngineeringRobo based investment ratio ever since the 10th of September. However, with further confirmations needed of support, significant resistance overhead, a potential return to this local dashed down trend line would have suggested that short-term downside would have played out, especially since that just happened last time we saw this confirmation. So we just got to kind of go with these flows. But bearish robos here have saved us from 52% and 62% corrections during some downside ever since November of 2021. And we can even see 65 and 61% in gains during some sideways last year as well. But that has been a Litecoin. I mean, overhead, if we do proceed upward, though, if you've been investing accordingly, feel free to capitalize on gains. So you bought during bullish robos here. You can, consider taking profit at $82.22 to capitalize on potentially 30% ROI, or more significant resistance to consider $115 overhead, an 81% increase from bullish robos. If we do make our way upward there, as I mentioned, $42 is down below at support. Near current prices, $60.47 though appears to be resistance dramatically overhead. And there is a large vehicle passing by. Do apologize if you can hear that. I'm not even sure. But in case you didn't, $60.47 is overhead, giving us a hard time currently. And I mentioned $42 down below is still support there for us. So that has been Bitcoin, Fear and FOMO, Ethereum, Litecoin, Cardano, XLM, XRP. Well, we could keep it crypto if there's any coins that are relevant that anybody wants to see, or we could jump over to the indexes, which we do consider sometimes as well. I guess we can briefly consider them because they are coming to fruition, interacting with my lines and levels nicely here. What are the odds? What combination of robos did I use though? Something like that. The S and also P500 index here getting rejected from resistance overhead, waiting for us, 43.05. The buy 4 present at the moment. Nice to see, though we need 2 of our chosen 3 robos bullish for us to begin jumping back in. 55% in gains after that happened. So far bearish robos have saved us from 16.25% in downside, and are technically still in a bearish state until a second bullish robo is confirmed. Hopefully we can hold support potentially present 3,812, though down below the 200 weekly moving average before 3,236 as our next horizontal support level to consider. This has been the S&P. I do believe an uptrend is in play. The economy will recover. We will, get through this, but right now everyone has to get completely wrecked until there's no one left to get wrecked. But the Dow and also Jones in a bit of a similar situation, a fake out from my overhead down trend line, a bullish confirmation from the buy 4, though we still need a second robo to become bullish here to consider investing based on that confirmation. Let's consider this potentially. Maybe that's a better combination of robos, perhaps. I think so, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, support down below correlating with the 200 weekly moving average, 29,373 could be support for us. We have to wait and see. though 26,306 down below is more significant to consider. 36.66% in gains after bullish confirmations made throughout 2020 into 2022, and over 14% in downside so far since bearish robos confirmed back in February of this year. Oh, I guess, you know what? No, I guess, yeah, not commit to it. Bullish confirmations, bearish confirmations, what to do during this situation. Oh yeah, the NASDAQ. I keep forgetting that the NASDAQ chart is broken. I don't know what this is about. Don't know how this happened. Beyond me. I don't get paid enough to know why that happened. I don't get paid at all. Just kidding. Anyway, bullish confirmations in play though, so you have technically been jumping into the NASDAQ based on steady confirmations. I believe this is the Robos I used for them. Resistance overhead technically from this downtrend line has been in play, so you've been prepared for that. Potential support down below we got near back in May of this year. The 200 weekly moving average down below as well, suggesting that uptrend intact. 45.23 is my horizontal level to consider. Down below though, if we do experience continued downside, resistance to consider is 71.47 waiting for us overhead. And still don't know what all this jazz is up there or how it got there. Ridiculous. The DXY trying to pump. We might have finally found resistance. Let's swap it around. I'm also going to check real quick. I'm going to pray. The audio has been okay this entire time. Hopefully this hasn't been like muted or glitchy or static for everybody, and this has just been completely ridiculous. I'm pretty sure this is the Robos I used. Doodly, doodly, doodly doo. Okay, so EngineeringRobo members have already experienced just about 20% in gains over a year here. Ever since August of 2021, bullish Robos have been in play. So watch out for continued moves upward until bearish Robos are confirmed. Right now, watch out for resistance overhead. Potentially 119 is a level that we may eventually top out at. If the DXY continues its way upward, I do believe there's an inverse correlation with assets across all markets. Correct me if I'm wrong. If the DXY goes up, most other things come down. So like that's why Bitcoin, comes down here when the DXY pumps. And if the DXY comes down, I think Bitcoin should pump. I believe, or from what I've noticed. Watch out down below 103 for the DXY if we do make our way downward. We're watching out for lower highs here locally, potential resistance forming along the way, but with bullish Robos in play and the 200 weekly moving average down below there, moves to the upside are to watch out for. Say we make our way past 119, 160 is overhead there. The potential true top for the DXY. Oh, gold. Slipping down and around. We got a lower low. We're below my support level. Oh no. The 200 weekly moving average, acting as support, $1,680 per ounce of gold, I believe, is overhead as potential. Technically, it's support until weekly candles open and close beneath it. So at the moment, support is still present here for us, unless, as I mentioned, weekly candles open and close beneath horizontal level 1,680. That would then confirm it as resistance, and we would anticipate continued movement toward 1572. Along the way, more significant horizontal level, though, 1,486. EngineeringRobo members experienced 62% in upside investing back into gold in 2018 there into August of 2020, and we've been sideways pretty much ever since. And right now we're looking for support. Hope everybody has a spoon and fork, because silverware is doing something. I don't know. Silver at resistance, $19.81 overhead, giving us a hard time. We're getting slapped around by it. We're beneath the 200 weekly moving average. We got a very ugly double bottom, maybe, if you're a technical trader. Though a lower low, downtrend, downside, bearish robos, 21%, or sorry, 20% in downside since bearish robos so far. We need bullish confirmations to return to anticipate potentially 66% in gains on silver, like, imagine. But I do believe commodities are going to do quite well in the longer term here, or the lifetime. Precious metals, real things, they will do well, though a new asset class is present. In fact, this is a crypto that is one-to-one with gold, I think. And it still needs to be charted, because we're in uncharted territory. It doesn't go back far enough. It only exists from so long. And it's only been on Binance for so long. Anyway, other commodities that exist, platinum, interacting with my support level down below, 821, a lower low technically, so watch out for that. Slightly unsightly, bearish potentially, or beneath the 200 weekly moving average. Maybe we can see an instance similar to kind of like September, October of 2020 here, where we interacted sort of beneath it and with it, only to find ourselves back above it. With bearish robos in mind, though, watch out for continued sideways and or downside. Palladium. What robos did I use? Baby. Okay, an advanced combination of robo advisors interacting with Palladium. Find out more with the sign-up codes in the description to learn how to use this combination. Though we're at the moment technically bearish, parameters met ever since the 6th of June there have suggested you consider getting out of Palladium if you've already in, or just wait until bullish robos have returned before jumping into it if you haven't. Prices interacting with this 200 weekly moving average during an uptrend is nice to see. Hopefully we can hold it. Though down below support potentially 1541. Watch out for resistance though, 2879 if we do experience upside. I don't know, we got a whole bunch of things here. We got like natural gas interacting with resistance, getting rejected downward in this instance, shaking out babies and infants. What? Hold on. I think that's the combination I use for natural gas. Uh, 271% in upside between September of 2020 into July of 2022 for EngineeringRobo members investing into natural gas. Though with resistance overhead, a potential double top printing after all that upside, watch out for a correction. Support down below, 4.61. We're above the moving average. We're in an uptrend. 1391 though, 13.91 is resistance to consider if we continue to move to the upside. But we have, what about Luna Classic? Good question. How do I? Okay. Oh, just kidding. what would be your preferred exchange or chart to view Luna Classic? I don't follow that coin too often, and so I don't know what the most what chart has the most data. So let's potentially this one. Well, seeing a lot of oh, here we go. Here we go. This is a chart of significance, perhaps. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, is this a reversal, or is this a continuation pattern? Because we've been sideways ever since the zeroing of Luna, the crashing, the downwardening. We've been sideways kind of ever since, printing highs relative to this break in weekly candles. That is potentially nice to see, though we are considering resistance now. What Robos here do we want to consider? This is not a bad combination, but there may be a better one. Okay, okay. Wow. Wow, like remember when everyone was making so much money? Just holding on to Luna? And then, lol, just kidding. I want to say this. I want to say this. Okay, EngineeringRobo members experiencing 664, 35% in gains between 2021 to April of 2022. There is a sell for down below there. You are correct. We will get to that in a moment. Based on certain combinations of robo advisors, technically a bullish state can be argued, though technicals are going to be very iffy during current price action when we get down to it. But here's when it was normal, respecting the uptrend, and then it all changed. So yeah, technically, well, let's see what. Oh wow! Should look at that. Okay, wait. Well, technically, hang on. Let's draw some levels here. Draw some lines. These are just going to be really hypothetical, really quick. These don't abide by my usual parameters. I'm just trying to see areas of significance. Potentially there, maybe. We got there. Maybe like that. So I guess this is how I would look at Luna Classic at the moment. Hang on, let me check let me check some other robos first, because the robos that have all the significance are coming into play near a top, and that is not ideal. That's crazy. So lots going on. Extreme volatility. Technical parameters are going to be very iffy. But technically, two of our chosen three robos have been bullish ever since the 31st of August there. Upon bullish robo advisors, Luna Classic proceeded to experience 257% in gains over the following week. Experiencing that rejection on the 8th of September there, downside has occurred from that swing high. 59% in downside played out. The buy for and sell for flipping in and out of play during that time. So technically, two of our chosen three robos are in a bullish state. So if you've been invested since the 31st of August, you are technically waiting for a second bearish robo to be confirmed if you're waiting for that confirmation. If you were unable to take profit near the top there. As we've been saying, capitalize on upside when present, as we are in a bear market. So a quick, double, triple your money in a week. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Though over the coming weeks here in the short term, potentially an interaction back upward here to confirm like a metaphorical double top. Potentially an interaction upward, an exit pump for those who were unable to sell at the top may play out here. Support down below to consider 0 point, whole bunch of zeros, 2, 4, 5, 0, 0. Watch out for local resistance waiting for us, 0 point, all the zeros, 4, 0, 2, 3, 4. And then significant resistance near the top, if you will, aforementioned zeros, 5, 9, 9, 5, 0. But this has been Luna Classic in a very dramatic state here. Isn't there like another one? Like, didn't they just do it again? Like $70 billion wiped out of existence, and then they were just like, let's just do it again. There's only futures, seriously. So I don't know personally. Okay, I'm still working out, still reading up, still looking into the fundamental aspects of a lot of these projects. I personally almost purely look at price action kind of thing. So the fundamental aspects of these entities are a little above me, though we can go with the flows of confirmations and our robos if I can figure out how to look at this chart. What the heck? Okay. I don't know how far it should go back. Perhaps this would be an ideal chart. Luna 2 USD on Bitfinex. Hopefully we can agree upon that. Personally, don't know too much about Bitfinex, though it is lovely. This was a stable coin? That's so hilarious. Oh yeah, wasn't there? There was a stable coin, wasn't there? just seeing if any of these weekly candles abide by my trading strategy, and they technically do not. I don't know, I guess we could do, let's see what this looks like, and then we'll adjust accordingly. How terrible is this? Not too terrible. Well, so to my knowledge, apparently this was the stable coin or some sort, but so fundamentally, who knows what's really going on? Technically, support potentially 2.61. Watch out for resistance waiting for us, 5.95. Lower levels to consider, 2.0, 1.62, and 1.49 on this chart. If daily candles can open and close above 5.95, we can potentially consider like 9.9 would be a level of significance. $10. But this has been Luna 2. So we've done a bunch of coins, a bunch of commodities. Usually toward the end of the stream, we go over some of the sort of broad market views here. Sometimes we go over, like coin market cap. We have companies by market cap because we look at stocks sometimes. And then we have commodities overview on the NASDAQ when we cover commodities. So the level of excitement viewers may get from hearing me go through these is, in my opinion, undetermined. So I don't know just how successful this is. If you want me to read off all of the market overview changes for commodities and companies, we certainly will. In my opinion, I keep it crypto here. And as I mentioned, I'm very technical. So fundamentally, a lot of these projects and entities are beyond me. To me, they are just a series of letters and a little symbol that goes up and down in value over time. But speaking of stable coins, Tether here would appear still being Tether. Nobody really knows where it came from or where it will go. At one point, it was below $1. Everybody was like, whoa, it's back to $1. They're like, nice. USDC apparently has more credibility. There it is. Waiting to take Tether's place if Tether needs to get replaced. BNB, Binance, still being Binance. They have a stablecoin apparently. Oh yeah, that's right, BUSD obviously. XRP, Cardano, 7 and 8 on CoinMarketCap, experiencing 3 to 6% in downside this week. Solana, 7% in downside this week. As we all know, major correction just occurred, an abrupt change in momentum. Many traders taking profit, getting out of the market, perhaps manipulation present during low volume times. Like at one point, Bitcoin alone was $1 trillion. Pretty sure. Where did it all go? Ethereum, I heard there is an Ethereum merge. Apparently, Ethereum is now proof of stake. If you're trying to get fundamental here, there's a I'm gonna try my best. I don't want to be giving out a misinformation because I don't know 100%. Do your own research. Not a financial advisor. Apparently, this merge occurred. It's now gone from proof of work to proof of stake, meaning there is now more meat present for Ethereum. No, meaning that something to do with like 2 wallets that control like 46% of the supply, and these exchanges that have all this Ethereum, because like proof of stake is like has to do with the amount that currently exists, and isn't proof of work have to do with the energy being used to bring it into existence. I don't know, too fundamental. It's too like way too fundamental for me at the moment. Anyway, yeah, it's been about an hour, roughly, here. We've gone through a whole bunch of coins, seen some indexes, done some charting. In terms of trading, there's a lot more going on with that I have to consider before doing that, and the legalities around it. I'm all new to this and what not, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the stream. I really hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. We're going to be back at it before you know it, here to do it all again. Going to do it all over again, hopefully. Going to be streaming pretty regularly. Sign up down below for EngineeringRobo for free. Links in the description. Let me know down below in the comment section anything you'd like to see in upcoming streams or videos from the streams. I'm going to make like shorts and like a recap compilation of this, so watch out for that. You can find out everything you need to know about EngineeringRobo down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go straight to the moon. Hope to see everybody there soon. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you in the next one. How do I get out of here? There's no escape. What's going on?